I have no words for this game tonight. No freaking words tonight that I just witnessed. And what you saw tonight was clearly disgusting. Leafs lose 4-2 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They lose the second game of the Battle of Blue and White. They completely bombed this game. They lost. And this is how we're going to start the post-Olympic break. The post-Olympics with an L. Great. So no matter what happens, the team finds a way to shoot themselves in the feet. In the foot. It's completely inexcusable. I'm sorry. I understand. The Tampa Bay Lightning, the best team in the Atlantic Division. They got a good goaltender once again in Andrei Vasilevsky, who hasn't missed a beat. They got depth. They got Gergensons. Oh, wait. Wrong player. I don't know if Gergensons actually played for Tampa. I'm not sure. But they got Oliver Bjorkstrad. They got, I believe they still have Victor Hedman. They still have they still have Braden Point, Andrei Vasilevsky, who's a really good goaltender, like I mentioned. All these other guys, including former Leaf Pontus Holmberg. Who the hell is Pontus Holmberg these days? Don't come at me and say he's a Leafs legend. He ain't no Leafs legend. Alright? So, now what? This game tonight was completely disgusting. I've never, in 6 years, have I seen the Toronto Maple Leafs, the team that I live by and die by, watch this team eat, sleep, drink the Leafs. I've never in 6 years have I seen this team completely play like their pee-wee team. I've never seen this in 6 years of watching the National Hockey League and watching Leafs hockey itself. I completely find it vulgar and completely bullcrap. So, it's just unacceptable. Completely unacceptable tonight. So where do the Leafs go from here? I'm going to start with the game first. So, Anthony Stolarz starts in net for Toronto and Andrei Vasilevsky for Tampa Bay. Alright, let's go. First period. Want to talk about the first period because holy cow, that was never seen. First off, you got goals being called back by the refs. I believe it was the coach's challenge by the Toronto Maple Leafs. First one led by a goal by a guy named Nikita Kucherov. Kucherov scores. Leafs couldn't get they led Kucherov's score to make it 1-0 Tampa Bay. So therefore, the Leafs go in the challenge. And they challenge to play for offside. And surely enough, Brandon Hagel was offside. No goal on Tampa Bay. Then the Leafs go on the penalty kill where Simon Benoit gets called for, I believe, a slash. And the Tampa Bay Lightning strike again on the power play by who else? I believe it was Braden Point. But then again, the Leafs challenge to play again. And surely enough, I think it was either offside or goaltender interference. I'm not sure. But let's just say it was offside. So therefore, it's no goal on the Tampa Bay Lightning. So the Leafs dodged not only one, but 2 bullets. 2 bullets. I've never seen this. I've never in my 6 years of watching the Leafs and watching the National Hockey League, have I seen 2 goals called back in the first period. 2 no goals. 1 period. That's a first for me. Of course, you saw, the New Jersey game back in the 22-23 season where the Devils got called out for 3 no goals, which led to the Devils fans throwing crap on the ice, and you know what happened. And the story beyond that was when the Leafs ended the Devils' win streak. So that was something. So Leafs go into the first period with a 0-0 game. So, okay, that's a pretty good start. Dodged a bullet there. The game could have been a 2-0 Tampa Bay game, having the Leafs not challenge the play. And dearly God, they did challenge, no goal. But in the second period, that's when everything turned to a dip. Oh boy. The first one, I don't know what just happened. Because we let Braden Point score to give Tampa Bay the lead. It's 1-0 Tampa, and the goal will stand. No challenge, no penalty. And then Gabe Gonzalez or Gonzaguez or whatever his name is, he goes on the breakaway, fools, I believe, Anthony Stolarz. It's 2-0 Tampa, which led to Oliver Ekman-Larsson going ballistic on this guy, and he gets called for roughing. So why does he get called for roughing, but yet Tampa does it? I'm not saying Tampa Bay is bad, but holy shit, holy crap, that's bad. Sorry for my language, by the way, but still. And then the third period, it got even worse. Because not long after, 2 minutes to start the third period, Nikita Kucherov scores. It's a 3-0 game. I'm like, that's pretty much how the game ended. But the game didn't end there. Because the Leafs tried to make a comeback, but it was so bad it folded. I don't know how to say this, but it just kind of fumbled it. Okay, Leafs go on a power play. And I thought for a moment Leafs were going to get called. I thought that Tampa was going to end the game on an empty netter, a shorthanded empty net goal. But surely enough, Jake Gensel pulled off a Patrick Stefan, who missed a empty net to let John Tavares score. It's 3-1 Tampa Bay. Leafs get on the board. Brayden Point comes in. He responds with a 4-1 goal. And then, of course, Matthew Knies fools Andrei Vasilevsky. 4-2 Tampa Bay. That was it. That was it. Oh my goodness, Murphy. Now, I'm not saying that Tampa's a bad team. I'm saying they're a good team. They're getting their crap together. They've been the best team all around. I mean, they were on a 6-game win streak. And look at them. They didn't have Nick Paul. They didn't have, I believe, Anthony Cirelli, excuse me. They didn't have Anthony Cirelli. They didn't have Nick Paul. They didn't have Nick Paul. They still had Brayden Point. Oh boy. After all this, Leafs couldn't even solve Vasilevsky until the third period. Until the third period, we solved Vasilevsky. It's a joke. And I have no words to describe about this game. It's complete bonkers to see the Toronto Maple Leafs lose this game after winning 3 straight games against the Vancouver Canucks in a shootout. 4-2 win over the Calgary Flames. And despite the Revs basically giving the Leafs 2 power plays where the Leafs won 5-2 over the Edmonton Oilers, they hit a snag where they play against Tampa Bay and the Leafs lose this game. I'm not saying Tampa Bay's bad. They're good. I'm going to say it. But it's one of these games that the Leafs could have had. And we did. And the Leafs did nada at this time. Nada after the Olympic break. Oh my God. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to describe about this game. I know. Leafs are rebuilding. They're retooling. They're going to sell the deadline. I get that. But what I don't like is the fact that the Leafs have to go on the deadline. There's like 5 days left. Next week's the trade deadline. And there's a possibility that the Leafs could sell at the deadline. Which I don't like. Because I know this team wants to win. But I don't want to jinx this because I keep doing this every single year. Because I'm a Toronto fan. I deserve all the credit. To get my hopes up every time. Okay, not the 2019-20 season. That was a fluke. Okay, not really a fluke, but I don't care. But yeah, it's just an absolute joke. I don't know where to go from. I don't know where the Leafs go from here. I don't know where the Leafs go from here. It's completely and utterly bogus that the Leafs are in this situation right now. Again, if the Leafs don't get their crap together, if they continue to slide, meaning that they continue to lose games and not win games, then that's going to be a serious problem. And I don't want the Leafs to lose. If the Leafs lose, that wouldn't be fun. And I know the NHL is celebrating because they want the Leafs to lose. And they want the Sabres to win. They want the Habs to win. They want the Bruins to win. They want all the bad teams that have missed the playoffs, other than Montreal, to make the playoffs and watch the Leafs go on a downfall from first place in the Atlantic Division last season to purgatory. That's what I don't like. Ugh. I don't have any words to say about this game. I really don't. Where do the Leafs go from here? Where do the What do the Leafs do? I know they're gonna sell the deadline, but what are they gonna do? I will never know. So, yeah, that's one thing off the chest. And before I end this rant, because unfortunately I gotta get some things off my chest. Talk about the Olympics, where Team Canada lost to Team United States in the gold medal game. Ah, boy, another rant filled in with another rant that I gotta do, because I saw Team Canada play against Team United States in the gold medal game in men's hockey. Everything was going. I thought Cale Makar tied the game up at 1 in the second period. Everything was going well. Canada had their chances. Had a missed wide open net by freaking Nathan McKinnon. And we do some dumb stuff. Letting Jack Hughes score the golden goal, the game winner, that basically not only broke my heart, made me so infuriated. I mean, are you kidding me? I saw the United States get the win over my country, over Canada, to see Team Canada lose and get a silver medal while Team United States gets gold. I've seen this narrative. Before when Team United States won back-to-back World Series champions. They've won the gold back-to-back times in the World Juniors, but not Canada, which is completely bull, since I don't feel like the U.S. deserves to win the gold medal. I don't think the United States of America deserves a gold medal, because I don't like the United States. They get away with everything you could possibly imagine, even a too many men on the ice that the refs missed and Canada lost because of that stupid call going against that should have been called against the United States, but they didn't call it because it's the IAHF. And oh my God, I can't believe it. I swear, it's the same crap I've seen with the women's hockey where the United States wins in women's hockey and the United States team won over Canada in the gold medal game. And Canada got silver, which was completely unacceptable since it was gold or bust, not silver. And you could tell me that, Americans say, and I know Team America fans can say, the silver's not bad. You'll be fine with silver because gold for the United States is good, and you will keep winning, unlike you, which will keep whining because you'll stick to curling more than hockey because hockey's America's sport and will ever be hockey's sport. America's sport. Here's the thing. Hockey's not America's sport. I don't care. I don't give a what happens. Team Canada did not deserve to lose to the United States in the gold medal game in the Olympics. You could take away you could say all you want about, hockey's America's sport, but the one thing you can't take away is my sport. And I don't like silver. Silver's not acceptable. It's completely, so bad. That's why I don't like, because I don't like the United States winning gold, and I hate seeing Canada lose like this. Like, I'm so mad. I mean, second place finishes were a joke. I've seen it with the Blue Jays blowing the World Series to the Dodgers. Runner-ups. The Mickey Mouse Dodgers team won another World Series again. And I took to Twitter. Tell me that both the Dodgers and the Panthers were the worst teams to go back-to-back without telling me they're the worst teams to go back-to-back. And now the same thing I did was with the USA. To tell me that the United States is the worst country to win both gold at the men's and women's hockey in the Olympics without telling me that. And that was completely and utterly crap to see the Americans win the gold and calling it their sport. But for Canadians, that gets taken away. But then we have to stick to curling. That's a joke. Let me tell you something. Hockey was made by Canadians. We invented the sport. And I'm pretty much sure hockey's still Canada's sport. It'll never go away. And if you want to say to me that, the United States can call it their sport, you can go kick rocks, because there's some players who are Canadian. There's some players who were on American teams that are Canadian. And that's what I'm going to say. Yet, a Canadian team hasn't won a Stanley Cup, regardless of the players who are Canadian. I find it disgusting. I really do. Okay. Alright. I think that's about it for this rant. Because I'm so fed up. Really am. Not only with the losses, not only with Team Canada losing the gold medal game to the United States in this year's 2026 Olympics, but also the Leafs losing to Tampa Bay, which, look, I'll give credit to Tampa Bay because they were the better team. All in, all out. Better goaltender, better depth than the Leafs, I can tell you that. Alright, so the next game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they go and play against they go to Sunrise. They go and play against those two-time Stanley Cup champions and those Florida frauds, the Florida Panthers. And look, just get a win. I don't care. Just win. Is that hard to ask? Not really. Just win, for God's sakes, man. Win.